A lot going on in the kitchen right now.
There is. We have a very special chef in our Kitchen World Kitchen, one of our favorites.
Yeah, Chef Mark.
Another long old friend. That's what I've been calling. I did a misspoke yesterday, misspeak, and I'm just going to carry through with it. Hey, Mark, good to see you. Wellington Pub. We're making a fancy dish today.
We're doing a mustard crusted beef tenderloin today with a horseradish sauce. And we're going to start out with the horseradish sauce because that takes a little reduction. So we're going to start with a little white wine.
Okay, can we pull up an ingredient list to tell folks what they're going to need to get this all started?
Worcestershire sauce.
Are we going to do that? Are we going to pull that up? I know we're going to cover you up.
Some bay leaves and some thyme.
Okay.
And a little squeeze of some lemon juice.
Oh, you strain it? Oh, to keep the seeds out?
Yeah, keep the seeds out of there.
I noticed with your mustard, too, you have the seeded one.
Yes, that's the outside crusting on the tenderloins.
Oh, yum.
And then we're going to reduce this, and then we're going to add some either half and half or heavy cream, some horseradish, a little bit of mustard, some Tabasco, and some garlic. And that's going to be the sauce for both of our dishes today, which is
you have the, can you see that over there?
Yes.
Do you know what are the ingredients that people should go to the store and buy?
Well, you got to start with the beef tenderloin, and usually people have flour or a fine breadcrumb. You might need some mustard seed.
Is this the breadcrumb?
No,
That's
this
mustard.
here is flour, dry mustard, and a little salt and pepper. That's going to be the first bread station, and then this is eggs, a little Worcestershire, dry mustard, Dijon mustard, and yellow mustard.
That seems like a hangover
And you can use any kind of mustards that you have. If you have a brown seeded mustard at home or a Dijon, you can use any kind of mustard that you prefer.
A dry one, though? You use dry mustard to start?
I use it in there.
The Hellmann's?
I have mustard in every single step of this, so the mustard flavor comes out a lot in the end.
Okay, and quickly, how long will it take from start to finish, you think?
If you have the tenderloins done like that, they should only take 3 to 4 minutes aside, depending on how you like them. I like them rare, so they take less.
All right, thank you very much. We have beef in the kitchen. We're talking turkey, though, in the newsroom right now with our web producer, Emily Lenahan.
Yes, Victoria and Chef Mark are just about to get started.
We're already started. Chef Mark started our sauce last time. You reduced it. You're going to continue on with that.
It's reduced, so we're going to strain out the garlic and the peppercorns and all that kind of stuff.
And you mix it with cream?
We're going to add some heavy cream, or you can use half and half also. That's just fine.
All right, I always ask this. What about the fat-free cream?
You know, if you're really conscious about your fat intake and all that, you can use the lightest product you want and thicken it with just a little bit of roux to give that sauce, you know, some body to it. The heavy cream, you don't really need it. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of Dijon mustard, just a touch. Yes, that's what this one is. A little touch of Tabasco sauce. And some horseradish to taste. Just
Did you grind that up yourself?
No, but we do buy the strongest possible. The Miller's is what we use.
Yeah,
and it goes over great on the beef on weck and all that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this to a boil, let it simmer, and we're going to top our filet with it when we're done.
Okay, so
which we'll show you in the 5-minute segment.
We have the filet set.
Medallions.
We have flour mixed in with a little bit of dry mustard. We've got eggs, mustard,
Worcestershire,
and that's it?
And a little Dijon mustard.
And a little Dijon mustard
and
everything.
here we have mustard seed and fine breadcrumbs.
The mustard seeds you can see. Is that a piece of beef? Should I not try one of those seeds?
That is a piece of beef, yes.
Maybe I'll try one in the next segment. When we come back, though, we're going to get started with the beef and finish it up, and then I can try because I'm starving.
Oh, good.
All right, Chef Mark, back to you guys. Breaking news right now. 34 minutes ago, Bradley Cooper was just named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. He just called me, and he said that he's thrilled and that he's so happy that I've been behind him the whole time. I just love him. Anyway, that's new. We'll probably talk about that tomorrow in our dish segment. Now we're going to move on to another delicious segment. We're making beef tenderloin mustard encrusted with Chef Mark from the Wellington Pub.
This is something that we have on our banquet menu.
Your horseradish sauce is wonderful.
Finished.
I've just been dipping spinach leaves in it.
All right, right now we're going to go from the seasoned flour
so you just
into
dip
the
it
egg
in.
mixture. Shake off the excess. Roll it in your, put it in your hot pan.
And you just have a little olive oil, or do you have butter in there?
I have a little olive oil and butter.
Okay. And I want to try one of those mustard seeds that you put in there. Can you just get those at Wegmans or something?
Oh, yeah. Yep, you can get them at any grocery store.
Not very strong.
No, not really.
Just a nice
it's
little flavor.
It's not overpowering, right? And once these get browned,
Oh, it's a little hot.
yeah, it does get a little
yeah,
spicy
a little kick
on
to
you.
it.
We're going to steam a little bit of spinach to go with this. And we're also going to warm up a couple shrimp for this one, too.
Did you boil the shrimp earlier?
Yeah, I figured since we were on TV, I'd get it done fast. You can do it right in the pan with your, if you choose to use the shrimp.
Okay.
And this should only take a couple minutes aside if you like it rare. A little bit longer if you like it medium well or well done, which...
Is this something you put in the oven after? No.
No, you don't have to when they're cut into medallions like this. You can just do them straight out in the pan.
I always
see how they get a nice little brownish. Well, not quite. They're getting there, though. And then the spinach,
when you're getting your meat, what should you look for? Should you ask him? I mean, because you can go to some of the wholesalers and get the big tenderloin and do it yourself.
That's what you're right, and then cut it yourself. Well, there is some work involved to getting a whole tenderloin, but you really do save a lot of money. I mean, you have to trim off the silver skin, and you do have a little bit of waste on it, but not very much. And then you can cut it into any size steaks you want and freezer wrap it and use it at a later date.
My secret, I go to Johnny's.
Me too.
They're great. And you know what? They trim it for you. It's almost well worth it because they have great product and fabulous service.
They certainly do.
That's a tip of the day.
Nice neighborhood market to go to.
It really is. You know, what do they have? The Small Business Saturday after Thanksgiving, where people are encouraged to go to local.
You wanna
encouraged to go and shop at. Ooh, look at that. Is there a rule of thumb in terms of if you want to gauge how to cook your meat? Do you want somebody who likes it medium well, medium rare?
Well, a lot of times the crusting sort of hides it, but a lot of time you can start to see the juices coming up through the meat.
Okay.
And when they start to do that, and then you flip it over and the juices start coming through again, you should have a medium piece of meat.
And if you do rare, would this be rare right now?
This would be very rare right now. We wanted another minute on the side, but as you can see, if we cut this one open,
that's still rare.
That's still rare.
So what would you say, like 5 minutes or something?
Just a little bit. Probably like 3 to 5 minutes on, 3 minutes or 4 minutes on the first side, and then flip it over.
Is this something you serve at the Wellington Pub on a regular basis?
It's on our banquet menu.
Okay.
We have
what
different. We have a back room that holds about 45 to 50 people, and we do everything from breakfast, which you'll see in our second helping, to filet mignon dinner if you choose. And we also have hors d'oeuvre packages and beverage packages, cocktail party packages, all sorts of, anything to accommodate what your party is. Anything from a baby shower to a bachelor party to where we recently had a few rehearsal dinners there. And it's a nice place to have a banquet. I bet. Nice private back room. And
tell people where you're located again.
We are located at 1541 Hurdle Avenue. Right near Parkside, across from Walgreens, next to Bob and John's Pizzeria.
Okay.
All right, now these should be getting to the point.
Should I grab a plate? Oh, you have a plate right over there. We have about 45 seconds left.
Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to take the filet. With some spinach.
I'll get the ladle. This is my favorite.
A little piece of shrimp.
How long will this last? Can you freeze the sauce because you have so much of it? No?
You probably could, but it's really not that great to freeze a cream sauce.
Am I doing this correctly?
Yep. Oh, that's perfect. And then we're just going to top it with a little bit of scallion. And a little bit of bacon.
And voila.
And this is here.
Let's get a shot of this.
Our final dish.
Those are mushrooms that he had cut out of potatoes.
Right.
Mushroom-shaped potatoes. Back to you guys.
Yeah, mushrooms too.
That's great. You know, Mark also said you can make that dish with a pork tenderloin if you don't want the, the beef.
Yeah.
Mark, I needed you last week with this. I just made Eggs Benedict for the first time for my mother-in-law on Sunday and didn't really turn out. So we are going to be making Eggs Benedict with a twist on the sauce.
Correct. instead of a traditional hollandaise, we're going to be using some of our horseradish sauce.
All right.
And we're also going to be substituting instead of ham, which is traditionally used, we're going to be using some pea meal bacon.
Excellent.
Or otherwise known as Canadian bacon.
So you have the boiling water, and you always, if you're poaching eggs, put vinegar in.
Put a little vinegar in there. It helps hold it together. Doesn't spread out as much. And gently lower your egg into there.
When I did it over the weekend, the egg white immediately turned into a ghost and just spread out. Very disappointing. You say just gently put it in?
Gently put it in, yep. And when it
that.
first starts, if you want to just push the edges in just a little bit.
And then how long do you cook them for? A couple minutes?
Well, it depends on how hot your water is. I mean, if you got it really boiling, it won't take very long. But as you can see, the yolk is still quite soft, which is good for an Eggs Benedict because you like that to run all over when you're eating it. But if you like it cooked a little bit longer, you can until the yolk hardens. But these are just about done, and I'd say they've been in there about 3 to 3.5 minutes.
Okay, we've got 1 minute left. If we were to put it on, you just put...
Yep, we're going to put a little bit of spinach.
Is that, do they call that Florentine?
Yes.
What is that,
Yes,
Eggs
they do.
Benedict? Eggs Florentine or something?
Yes, and then you can gently lift out the egg, and if a little of the edge falls off, that's good because it'll just end up looking better. And use a slotted spoon to take these out. Set that gently on top.
I needed you over
And
the weekend.
then we're just going to put just a touch of the sauce on there.
I just happen to have a knife and fork.
And we're going to top it with a little bit of scallion and a little bit of bacon.
All right, now
And
just
you can
go
also
right in.
top it with a little smoked salmon if you'd like, or some
with the ham?
prosciutto, or some prosciutto, or substitute it. Yeah.
Look at that. Chef Mark, terrific, from Wellington Pub. Do you serve Eggs Benedict?
We have them on our banquet menu.
Okay.
We have a banquet menu that includes everything from hors d'oeuvre cocktail parties, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Make
whatever
it
you'd
your
like.
holiday place.
Yep.
Holiday party place.
Yep, wedding receptions, birthdays, all sorts of stuff.
Nice to see you.
It was nice to
Come
see you.
back again real soon.
I will,
Much
thanks.
sooner. Back to you guys.